You won't believe how awesome this baby bouncer is. Keep watching and I'll show you how to build it. So let's open this up and see what we've got. This is the Smart Steps Bounce and Play 3-in-1 Activity Center by Baby Trend. I know that's a mouthful. It's basically just a baby bouncer that you can use to help your child get stronger legs. And it's 3-in-1 because it has like a little table that you can put on top of where the baby would normally sit once they grow even more. And then you can use it as like a little activity center, like a table where they could color and do other activities. All right, I am just dumping this out to make sure we get everything out of the box so we don't forget something. Looks like we are good at this point. So here are all the parts just sitting here. I'm going to start opening them up one at a time so you can follow along and just see what's in the box. Looks like we have a few toys here. That looks like the rattle. A few others here. I'm just going to set them aside for now. Now let's just start tearing the plastic off of all the parts. This is kind of the main section. You can see the little place where the baby would fit inside. And that also becomes the tabletop of the activity center. This part that I'm opening actually becomes the tabletop as well. Keep watching and I'll show you exactly how to attach that so you can make it into the activity center. So this is where you'll fit the baby's legs, slip the baby down inside that, and I will also show you how that works with my baby. And I'll show you how to remove that and then set that gray tray in the middle on top. You'll just want to cut these zip ties and start removing the plastic off of the legs here. If you have more kids, you can definitely recruit them to help. I didn't even need to recruit her, actually. She was very anxious and excited to help set this up. Each of these legs will attach to the bottom of the white tray area, which I will show you in just a minute. Right now, we're just opening up all of these little toys that will attach as well. We're gonna let little baby try it out, see what she thinks. She seems to like it. Let's keep opening these. Looks like this is something will attach, has kind of a little rattle in it. You can spin it. She's just having fun shaking the rattle, which is a good sign. I think she's gonna like this. All right, we'll let her play with this for a minute just to test it out. And then keep watching and I'll show you how to attach all of these toys. My other daughter there is already working hard to figure it out. First, let's see if we can get these legs attached. So you basically just wanna use the little push pin on the leg. You'll shove it in as you push it into the white table / tray and just keep going around and do it with each of these legs. You can see the direction you have to do them. There's only one hole there that lets the little pin pop into it. So as you can see, the legs will kind of curve out. This is how you'll attach each of these toys. You can reach underneath and just push up on that. It fits in that little rectangle. And then you'll look underneath here. You can just push up and then twist, and that will lock the toy into place. So if you kind of watch there, you just twist, and then now that makes the toy nice and tight on the top. So you'll just keep going around and attaching each of the toys the same way. Now you just want to feel the toy and make sure it's nice and snug. Looks like we're good. Here's the instruction manual. If you want to look at the instructions page by page, feel free to skip to that section or that chapter, and you can pause on each of the pages to get a feel of how to do each step, or you can just keep following along with me and I'll continue to show you each step. Here, I'm just taking all the garbage and putting it into this plastic wrap that was covering the main part and throwing it out of the way. And now we're going to install some batteries in this part. This is the one that makes music when they push the buttons. So just grab a screwdriver, a Phillips head, and just undo that little cover. Then you can grab a battery. This is a nice little battery holder that I have called the Battery Daddy. I'll post a link in the description so you can get that. I have loved using it to organize all the batteries, so I always have some on hand for all these random projects. So just place 3 AAA batteries in here and then tighten up the screw there. And then there's a switch on the side that you can use to turn on or off this feature. So the baby can push on each of these buttons to play the music and see the lights turn on. And then if you want to turn it off, if it's getting annoying, then you've got a switch there. So that's actually pretty awesome. Definitely happy they put that on there. So here we go. We've got all the toys attached. I think it's pretty cool. There's like a good variety here. And then the nice thing is that little place where you slip the baby's legs down inside will actually rotate so they can kind of turn themselves and play with each of the toys as they go. So far, I'm definitely impressed. This is the tabletop or the foot pad, basically, where they will stand. And you just want to undo each of these straps and then you'll hang it on to the bottom. So I'll show you how to do that. You just basically unhook them and then pull them out like that. You are going to need to adjust this depending on how tall your baby is right now, like how long their legs are. I just started off at the top just to see how that would look. It seemed really kind of short to me, like up too high basically. And so I went ahead and pulled it out and adjusted it to the 2. The 2 has worked really well right now for my baby that's about 6 months old. I think we'll probably be increasing it to the 3 pretty soon here, just to make sure that she can stretch out her legs and stand fully onto this tray. So you're just taking the hook there, you're sliding it through the loop, and then just making sure that it's snug. As you can see there, it stretches a little bit, which is pretty nice too. So the baby can kind of bounce around as they push their feet onto the tray. So to adjust it, you just slide it off out of this little loop and then go down to the next number. You can see the 1, 2, and 3 on there and adjust it that way. So here you can see I'm just rotating the little seat right here. I think it feels really good. It looks like it's going to be easy to wipe off if needed, and I like how smoothly it rotates. So now I'm going to show you how to remove this. You just kind of push in on the side things that kind of lock it into place, and then it pops right off. And then we're going to take the tray off the bottom, like where they put their feet, and that will become the tabletop. So you'll want to do this like in the future once they get a little bit older and they can actually stand and walk. But I think it's kind of cool to be able to have that feature that they can grow into. Right now I'm just basically reattaching these straps and just hook them on like that so they stay nice and tidy. And then you'll just turn it over and you can just pop it on like that. And you can leave the toys on if you want, or you can just pop them off as well and leave it as just kind of a smooth tabletop with nothing else in the way, so they can color and draw and do other things on the table. I think it's pretty cool. Once you get it on, you just push on each of the sides and it'll snap into place. All right, here's a look at the bouncer fully assembled. And here is my daughter trying it out for the first time. You can see her feet resting on it. I think it's at a pretty good level right now, but again, I think pretty soon here I'll need to lower it to the 3rd option. She's just kind of figuring it out here. My other daughter's showing her how to use everything. You can see that one just spins and has kind of a rattle inside it. Then you have those little rings, like circles, that she can play with, and then the other little spinner thing, and the push buttons there that light up and make music. So far, she is loving it, as well as my other kids, as you can see. Here are the instructions. You can go ahead and just pause on each of the pages here if you want to take a look at all the parts that it should come with, and then each of the steps here. Otherwise, you can just skip back and continue to watch how I installed each thing. But I know that for some people, it can be helpful to just see the instructions ahead of time. And so that's why I decided to put these in here so you can pause and just take a look a little bit closer on each. Definitely post a comment if you have any questions as you go on how to assemble this. Overall, I think it's been amazing. My daughter loves it. It's been a really great way to help her stay occupied while also being able to strengthen her legs. Be sure to click the link above and you can see how I built this baby swing. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more helpful videos from Dan Good Dad.